Welcome to understanding dBASE plus 10's editors. When you think about dBASE plus 10 and the editors that you're shown, one of the things we wanted to make sure was that all the editors shared the same back end. That means that once you learn how to use one editor, that means you understand how to use all the editors. Let me give you an example. Notice that we have a command window up, and this, if I would come in and hit n equals 1, n equals n plus 1, and then I want to do a question mark n. Notice that it puts the output down below. That's great. Now let's understand that this is a full editor just like the regular editor. So if I right mouse click and come into command window properties, you'll notice it brings me into the colors. The first thing I may want to do is actually pick a new color combination. So I may want to look at the BCC IDE Classic. I select it, hit the reset button, and I see what the colors will look like down below. When I'm ready to use that, I can go ahead and hit apply. Notice that the window behind is now dark blue and uses the color combinations defined by that color sequence. Now if I go into a project or into a program of some, I can come in here to programs, go into structure, and open source editor. Here in a second you'll notice that all of the same structures still look that way. It's still blue, it's still using the same size of the font. Now let's talk for a quick second about font. So let's go into source code editor properties. Notice it brings me back to the colors, but let's also go back to the display. One of the great things about dBASE plus 10 is that it allows you to have true type graphics or true type fonts, and that means that I can come in and I can, let's say we want to make this 17, and we'll go ahead and hit apply, and we'll go ahead and hit the OK key, and you'll notice behind that that is showing what you would expect. That's a fairly large text, and all the context sensitive highlighting is working. Now if I minimize that, you'll also notice that if I come in and look at my command window, that my command window still looks the same, but it's using the same fonts. Now let's just, for the sake of this demonstration, let's go ahead and right mouse click on this and open up the debugger. One of the things that you'll notice is that the debugger also shares the exact same code for all of the interactions with you. So font size, color usage, all of that will be maintained across all of the different editors that you access inside of dBASE plus 10. That gives us the ability, as I said before, to learn how the editor works and then how to take advantage of that editor. So let's go ahead and close down the debugger and bring me back into our regular program. And now let's say that I want to change that again. That 17 size is just a little bit too large, so I'm going to go back down to 12, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the apply button. I also want to change the colors. I want to change to ocean. Now here's the thing, just a trick. Once you check your color presets, you want to hit the reset button. Once you do that, it will then show you what it is. You hit the apply button and then OK. Now you may be asking yourself, if you're new to dBASE or you haven't used the new dBASE project before, what are all these little dots in the editor? Well, those little dots, if I go up to the view, I can say white space. Notice that when I take off white space representation, those little dots go away. That shows me the number of dots, shows me the number of spaces inside of there. Again, looking at the view, if I want to get rid of line numbers, I can get rid of line numbers. If I want to use the folding technique, I can use the folding technique by using the fold interface. And if I come back into the view, I can turn off that, and notice that you have that. I can come in and turn on the margin. So we have a margin over here for setting different things. And then I also have the ability to turn on line numbers again. And then I have the ability to go ahead and turn on the indentation guides, which shows you where each one is set up so you can line up your code correctly if you so desire. There is a lot of great features inside of the new dBASE editor. I hope you've enjoyed this, and hopefully you get an understanding that all the editors share a common functionality. So once you learn how to use the functionality in one editor, all the other editors work the exact same way. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.